This episode of The Blind Film Critic is brought to you by Unique Energy Drink. What makes you unique? I didn't think this movie was going to stand a ghost of a chance. Coming out of the theater, I was a little bit torn. I had mixed emotions. I laughed a lot, but there were a lot of times where I just didn't care as well. Some of the characters in this movie I really liked. Some of them I found a little bit unbelievable, and some of them were non-existent. Kristen Wiig does what you expect her to do. She's a shameless, played-down kind of character who's got nice timing. Similar to Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy does what you expect her to do, She's a bit loud, a little brash, but she's a likable character, She's fun. My favorite performance and character is Leslie Jones as Patty. So likable, so much fun, and so natural. I didn't feel like she was working at all. Her character is the most genuine, and I think that's the way it's written, because she's not delivering a joke every second. She's just being natural, and it works. Kate McKinnon is Gillian Holtzman. Now, this is one of the places in the movies I'm a little confused. I have mixed emotions here. I'm not quite sure what to think. The first 45 minutes of this movie, I wasn't even quite sure where she was. She hardly spoke. It just felt like the character wasn't fully developed. I think she might have left her script at home for part of this. So let's talk about the script. It starts out and they introduce you to the characters, and it feels good. I'm starting to get attached. I'm concerned. I'm along for the ride. There's a bunch of references for people who saw the original, the older part of the audience. Then there's things that are a little over the top for the teens and the kids, and it's even a bit cartoony at sometimes. I'm not quite sure who the audience is for this movie. There's a lot of attempts to be funny. The jokes are written right in and they're doing one-liners back and forth. And the problem with that is there's a little too much comedy and not enough character development. And the way this affected me was by the time we got to the end of the movie, I just didn't care anymore. The only thing I'm waiting for them to show me is the exits. Some of the things I liked about this movie, well, it was cool to hear the original Ghostbusters song, by Ray Parker Jr. And also the score. It's nice because, as they're doing different things, you hear the original Ghostbusters theme woven in and out of it. You want to know what the worst part of this movie is? The bad guy. Whoa, he was poorly written and poorly performed. What was he doing? It felt to me like they were trying to hide this guy from me. There's long stretches of the movie where he's nowhere to be found. What? Worst bad guy ever. A lot of this movie is CGI. Now it's CGI ghosts. So I have to be honest, I don't really know what this is. There's also a ton of different equipment that they use in this movie. And again, I don't know what that equipment looks like or even what it does. The ghosts are kind of wisping around, they're just sort of wisping around the screen. So I was sort of like, who cares? I think the problem with it is that they're not characters, Maybe you could have ghosts and sort of give them voices. If they had a little bit of personality, it'd be a lot more fun for me. So even for a sighted person, you take all that away, and what do you really want to know? Did they win or did they lose? And that's why it always comes back to what I always talk about. Content is king. Story, story, story. So for Ghostbusters, I'm going with 2.5 out of 4 eyes open. I wanted to see this movie twice till I saw it once. Could someone please tell me why people clap at the end of a movie? I don't think they were in the theater watching it with us. I really don't. There's a point in this movie I felt like I was at the supermarket. All I wanted to do was check out. I'll bet you $1 if you saw this in the theater, you wouldn't watch it on HBO. Thanks to our sponsor, Unique Energy Drink, the sustainable feel-good. The objective is to give you the benefit of the other energy drinks without the negative effects. The energy curve is less steep on both sides, so it doesn't have that overdose effect or the crash. It has a diverse flavor described as a fruity mix and leaves you with a clean palate. To request Unique in your local store, just go to the website, uniqueenergydrink.com. You know what kind of street a ghost lives on, don't you? A dead end.